Hello, my Book and Wax friends. I'm Amber. If you're new, welcome. Welcome back if you're returning. So glad to have you here with me. And today's video is a bookish one. It is, again, that time of the month for my TBR jar picks, my books that I am planning on reading for the month of March. So this is a pile of possibilities. I like to have an official list, but I'm also a mood reader. But for me, it's fun to pick the prompts and figure out a book that will go with those prompts. So I do have my cute little TBR shelves right here. So let's jump into it and see what books I get. I am participating in middle grade March this month, and all the middle grade ones that I'm thinking of reading are on the shelves as well. So hopefully I can get some of those on the official list too. We'll see. But I know I won't end up reading every single middle grade book that I have, that I've checked out and obtained, just because I know I'll end up getting burnt out. I love middle grade, but there's only so many that I want to read in 1 month. So, but it's fun. I enjoy middle grade March. It's always fun to pick some and find some good middle grade books. Okay, first prompt, beautiful cover. Ooh, I have a lot of options for that. For sure, The Dance of Lies. Let's see, I do think Tempest and Tea Leaves, that is so cute. That one is a beautiful one. Elsewhere Express for sure. Let's see, down here, I have the Wild Reverence book. And look at that, so beautiful. I think that is a good choice. Oh yeah, that one, this one too, I'll put this one. So this is Behooved. That one as well. Okay, this is a good pile right here. So now the decision is which one I think is the most beautiful. So cute. But I think first off, I will put that one back, because compared to some of the other ones, this is all whimsical, magical fantasy. Love the colors of this one. But if I'm comparing it to the others, this is more whimsical rather than beautiful necessarily, if I'm being nitpicky. So I think I'll put this one back. So that leaves Wild Reverence, Behooved, and A Dance of Lies. Of these three, I think I'm going to put Behooved back. So that one's going to go back. Okay. So now it's down to Wild Reverence and A Dance of Lies. Oh, these are both so pretty. It is hard to choose. It is so hard to choose. I love them both almost equally. I think I will go with A Dance of Lies though, because I do know that the second book is coming out soon. And I wanted to read the first book before the second book does come out. I'm sure, I'm pretty much almost guaranteeing, I could be wrong, but I feel like Fairy Loot will do the sequel book as well. This is the Fairy Loot edition. I feel like they'll do the sequel too, and because of that, I want to read this one before that one comes out. That way I can determine if I want it, if I need that one as well. So first book, A Dance of Lies for a beautiful cover. So that is book number 1. And I always pick 6 books for the official TBR. So let's move on to the second choice. Okay, we'll do this one. Random letter. Okay. A random letter. Let me just ask Siri. Hey Siri, pick a random letter. Okay, it picked Y. Are you serious? So a book that starts with Y. I have no clue. That is like one of the hardest. I can't believe out of everything that it picked Y. Yeah, I don't have anything that starts with a Y. So I think accomplice, Wendy, yeah. No, we're gonna have to choose a different letter. Okay. Hey Siri, pick a letter. L. L is better. Do I have any that start with L? Heidi, accomplice, Tempest, and tea leaves. What's this one? The bookshop below. And I don't, if I have to, I'll not include like the, a, that sort of thing. L. Are you serious? Oh, there we go. Yes, I found one. Okay, I think this one and the sequel are the only ones that, so like I said, I'm not going to include like A. So Ladies Guide to Scandal. So Ladies does start with L, and I'm pretty sure this is the first one. The other one's A Lady's Guide to Fortune Hunting. I'm pretty sure this one came out first. So this is the one I wanted to read, and it was on my spring TBR, so that worked out. So good, I finally got one. I was like, out of all the letters I could get, I got a Y to begin with, but yay, L. So for a random letter, I got the letter L, and that one should be good. And I'll go over the synopses at the end. All right, book number 3. See if this is one. I think this is just one. It's just a long one. Oh, okay. This one might end up not working out because it says search your name on your favorite book website. Let's see. So I'm going to search my name on Goodreads and we'll see what pops up as far as books and if I have actually any of them on. Okay, Dragonfly and Amber. I do not have that. I've only read the first book. The Book of Azrael, which is by Amber V. Nicole. I do not have that one. All right, I'm gonna scroll until I see something that I may have. I don't even, let's see. You know what? I'm going to search. Oh, there we go. There's one I found one. Yay. And this is one that is on my, actually I found 2. So I have not read either of these. So I'm going to get both of them out actually. So it was this one. So these are authors whose names begin. Their name is Amber, like me. That is 7 Deadly Thorns. This is by Amber Hamilton. And then the next one is Of Jade and Dragons. This is by Amber Chen. Of these 2, this one is on my this year's TBR. So this is one of the 25 books I wanted to get to in 2026. And so of the 2, this one feels a little more like summer into fall. I could be completely wrong, but it feels like that. Whereas this is like spring into summer to me. Plus it's on my yearly TBR. So I think I'm going to go with this one, Of Jade and Dragons. So yay, I'm glad I was able to find something because that isn't the easiest name to find something for on the website. So there's that. So that is 3 books. So I have 3 more and I still haven't gotten any middle grade. We have no middle grade marches yet, books picked. Let's see if I can get it with this one. 5-star prediction. Yay, this works out perfectly because this, actually I have a couple because I do a every quarter 5-star predictions. And so on this prediction, this quarter's prediction list, these 2 books are a couple of the last ones I have to read. We have Heidi and we have Project Hail Mary. Both of these are 5-star predictions. But not only that, I feel like I'm going to go ahead and go with Heidi because like I said, it is also one of my books I do want to read in middle grade March. And I was just complaining about the fact that I hadn't picked any middle grade books yet. So I'm going to go with Heidi for my 5-star predictions. Hopefully we can get Project Hail Mary still on the TBR. We'll see. All right, next one. We have 2 more. Okay. Let's see what this one is. A standalone. Ooh, I think, is this a standalone? What is this? I know the Elsewhere Express. I'm pretty sure this is a standalone. Project Hail Mary is a standalone. What else is a standalone? I think Wild Reverence is a standalone. And I'm knocking everything down. And I hope I didn't just ruin my book. Okay, I didn't ruin my book. I was scared for a second there. Okay, so these 3, I'm pretty sure, are all standalones. So Wild Reverence, again, I do really want to get to this one. It is a chunkier book though. And then I was just talking about this one as a 5-star prediction. And then the Elsewhere Express, whimsical, magical realism time. I do want to give this author another shot. I wasn't the biggest fan of Watermoon, but this one seems wonderful and it's so cute. I think I'm going to cut... Yeah, I'm going to cut these 2 though. I'm going to do Project Hail Mary. As I said in prior videos, the movie is coming out and I wanted to read the book before the movie came out and before I'm spoiled with anything. So 1, 2, 3, 4, so 5. So Project Hail Mary. I could be completely wrong, but I don't see that as anything other than a standalone. So that's the one that I'm choosing. Okay, last one. What did I get? Okay. Bookish book. So a book about books. A book about books. I have The Bookshop Below. And I think this might be my only one. Do I have anything else? Let me see. Poisons? No. Max in the House of Spies, Powerless, no. Silverborn. I think this might be my only one. This is the only one I have right now that has anything, as far as I know, to do with books. Because this, yeah, Elsewhere Express, no. So we're going to go with it. We're going to go with The Bookshop Below by Georgia Summers. So bookish book. Okay, let's do this. We got our 6 books chosen. Let's decide, or let's take a look at the synopses. So I'm glad I was able to at least get 1 book from middle grade March onto my list. So let's take a look. So the first one is A Dance of Lies. This was for a beautiful cover. And this is about a girl named Vasily who once was a dancer. She gets wrongly accused by the king. She gets like framed for murder or something and put in prison. She's there a couple of years and the king ends up coming and saying, I'll make a deal with you. I will release you from prison, but you have to be my spy. And she was a dancer at one point in time, and she ends up becoming his spy. And so I've heard really good things. I'm excited to get to it. So A Dance of Lies. The next book was for Random Letter, and it came up with the letter L. And this is A Lady's Guide to Scandal, which is about a girl named Miss Eliza Balfour. She marries someone who's way older than her to begin with, her season that she comes out, and he ends up passing away 10 years later. And from that point on, she is a widowed, and she decides that she's not going to abide by society's conventions. She's going to do what she wants. And there's a bit of a love triangle situation in this. So it seems like it'll be a fun Regency romp. So that is A Lady's Guide to Scandal. Then after that, I got the prompt, search your name on your favorite book site. and pick a book from that. And so I ended up going with Of Jade and Dragons by Amber Chen. And this is a book, it's like a Mulan type of inspiration a little bit. It says it's about 18-year-old Ai Hui Ying, and I could be completely butchering that name. If I am, I'm sorry. Dreams of becoming a world-class engineer like her father. But after his unexpected murder, a heartbroken Ying is determined to discover why anyone would threaten a man who ultimately chose a quiet life over fame and fortune. Left with only a journal of her father's engineering secrets and a jade pendant snatched from the assassin, Ying follows the trail to the capital and the prodigious Engineers Guild, a place that harbors her father's hidden past. Disguised as her brother, Ying manages to infiltrate the male-only apprenticeship trial with the help of an unlikely ally. I'm sorry, this is terrible. Yi Yang, the nation's taciturn eighth prince, with her father's renown placing a target firmly on her back. Ying must stay one step ahead of her fellow competitors, the jealous guild masters, and the killer still hunting for her father's journal. So yeah, a little bit of a Mulan inspiration, and I'm excited to get to it. I've had it in my TBR for a while, and so it'll be good to finally read it and check it off my yearly TBR list for sure. Okay, next up was Heidi by Joanna Spiri. This was for the prompt 5-star predictions. This is about a girl that's orphaned as she goes to live in the Swiss Alps with her father, and I'm excited to get to it. So that is Heidi. Then after that, I picked, what was the prompt for this? For standalone, I picked Project Hail Mary. Don't know a lot about this. As I said, I'm kind of going in blind, but I know it's about a guy who ends up getting amnesia and he's got to save the world. It's pretty much what it is. And then lastly was The Bookshop Below by Georgia Summers. And this is for a bookish book, so a book that's about books, or seems like it's about books. That's what I'm thinking. So it says on this one, if you want a story that will change your life, Kieran's Bookshop is where you go. For those lucky enough to grace its doors, it's a glimpse into a world of deadly bargains and powerful magical books. For Cassandra Fairfax, it's a reminder of everything she lost when Kieran kicked her out and all but shuttered the shop. Since then, she's used her skills in less ethical ways, trading stolen books and magical readings to wealthy playboys looking for power money can't buy. Then Kieran dies, and if Cassandra knows anything, it's this: the bookshop shop must always have an owner. So could be good for sure, and I do really love this copy. This is a Lumicrate. It's so pretty. So yeah, could be good. I'm excited. We'll see what happens. So that's it, you guys. Those are the 6 books on my official TBR. As I said, it is middle grade March, so I will be reading more middle grade books besides just Heidi, but I'm glad to have that one at least on my official list. So let me know down below if you've read any of these books and what you thought. What are your reading plans for this month? Are you planning on reading middle grade books for the month of middle grade March? And yeah, let me know all those things down below. I appreciate all of you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and until next time, TT fun. Ta-ta for now.